Welcome to RC Fun Time. Here's your host, Sean Janum.
Hey, welcome back. We're here. I am graced with the master himself, the yellow-haired this year, not the pink. I'm disappointed.
Oh, man. Well, I've done pink so many times. It was time to do something a little different. I've never done the yellow before. I've done fluorescent orange. I've done pink. I've done blue. I like to get a little creative, and it matches my cars.
It matches your shirt.
Matches my shirt.
Matches your shirt perfectly.
So, I mean, it's just people ask me, why the colors? And I like to have fun with this. It's marketing. Everybody in the building notices.
Amen.
First thing to do is look at the crazy hair. Next thing to do is look down at the shirt. And they know which booth I'm in. They know who I'm representing. They know where to find me. So
I understand the marketing aspect. Last year, unfortunately, you weren't here. You missed out on my pink fire suit. I mean, you can't miss it. It's going kind of basically off of that scheme. I'll guarantee you Saturday, you're going to notice me. Well, I'll just say that.
Well, I didn't miss it 100%. I did catch it from home. I saw plenty of pictures. I saw what was going on. So I definitely appreciated what the fire suit represented. For me, that's the most important thing. Like, a lot of people have tattoos.
Yep.
And I don't have any myself, but I'm very supportive of people having tattoos. And I like to ask people, what does this mean to you?
Yep.
So if you have 37 tattoos, don't mean anything, I'm kind of like, okay, that's kind of silly, but whatever. But when you got tattoos and they have a personal meaning, I like, hey, what's this for? Oh, well, that's for my grandma that passed away. That's it's got meaning, it's got heart, it's got soul, and that's real. That's special to me. So
absolutely.
The pink fire suit had meaning for you, and I had a great cause, and that's what it's all about. So several years ago, my good friend Jason and his daughter, she was battling leukemia, and we did some fundraising for that, and I did a special one-off body that was like metallic gold and fluorescent orange, and that was for childhood cancer and leukemia, and just anything we can do to raise awareness for special causes.
I'll give you a hand here. I'm going to do something real quick. Go ahead and bring that up on top. And
I have it backwards?
Well, you can do it either way. There we go. Bring it forward for you. So that way it's set up right.
All right, so it was amateur hour here. This is my first time using this handy-dandy headset here.
Yeah, so. I just switched to these this year. A whole new setup for this, trying to step up the ball game.
I can definitely tell you. I can hear you well. And when I can hear you over Scotty Ernst over the loudspeaker, you're doing something right. So
I appreciate that. I've really put forth an effort this year to try to produce a better show. My in-house, I still need to work with. I got some echoes the other day, but it's going to get better.
They might be haunted. I mean, hearing those echoes, could be some ghosts in the hallway.
I wouldn't doubt it. That house that I live in I believe, has ghosts.
Right.
Yes. Sean South, who did your intro?
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Actually, I got it through a app.
Sweet.
Was lucky enough to find somebody that was able to do it, and it only cost me $15. I need to get a hold of him and have him do a new one. I need to add Caden Phillips as the co-host.
Nice.
So, but let's talk about racing. You brought a pretty significant team this year.
Yeah, a lot of guys may or may not know about the Triple X racing team, and basically where I'm at in my racing career, as far as I'm concerned, my sponsored days are over. I dropped all my sponsorship, my affiliation with various manufacturers, and I decided I wanted to go racing with my friends and do our own thing. Like, the Ricky Bobby car that says me on the hood.
Yep.
That's kind of where we're at with that. When I sold MurfDogg in 2016, I still was going to race. I still love racing. I have the passion for it, but I really wanted to start doing something different with me and my friends, and I looked at the customers' cars out there, and they have some great products, but there's certain things I like about their cars and certain things that I thought, I want to do this a little differently. And then Team GFRP, Hyperdrive, they had some really good stuff, and then the conversions. So what I did is I decided I was going to keep on designing my own stuff and try a little something here and there and see what I can do. And I asked a lot of my friends that I've raced with over the years, hey, you want to come race with me? And from day one, our goal was never to sell any cars. It's 100% to build the best damn cars we can and race with our friends and have fun. And I rustle a lot of feathers with this, but right now I'm all about playing toy cars with my friends. and we compete at a very high level, and
Yes.
we win a good number of races.
Yes.
But the winning is less important than working together and the camaraderie and just the
Amen.
friendship. And I kind of sound like a broken record preaching about it, but like I keep on this weekend. I'm trying to emphasize to everybody I talk to in the building: remember the time in the pits, remember the time at dinner. Waiting in tech line, the laughs, the good times, because 10 years from now, no one's going to remember anything that happened on the racetrack, and that's irrelevant. What's going to matter is the times and the experiences and the moments. And this last year and a half has been really hard. On my cars this year, I have a special decal. It's a Godspeed decal. I've lost 5 RC buddies, and it's been really tough just accepting that I'm never going to see them at the racetrack again. So I want my friends and even the guys that don't know me, I want them to just take a little moment to appreciate the moments, and that's what really counts. And that is like the emphasis of my drive right now with racing. And like I really don't care how I do this weekend. I'm a competitor. I'm gonna try to do my best.
Absolutely.
But now I got 8 good friends that race with me, and we're over there. We're just doing the best we can, and we're gonna end up where we end up. But when they come in and we sit down and talk and debrief and, all right, let's try this, let's do this, let's do it. That's more important, to be able to help them and transfer my years of knowledge and my efforts into something that's going to be beneficial for all of us. And together, I don't race all that much anymore. Since I own my own track and hobby shop, I get 1 weekend a month off. And I schedule myself 1 weekend where I get to go somewhere and do something. And about 6 times a year I race 10-scale RC cars. I race 1RC on occasion. I go to the 1RC Nationals, 18 scale cars, but and then a couple times a year I try to schedule something with my girlfriend just so we get some time off, and
Absolutely.
and I got to keep things like balanced, you know.
Absolutely.
So my years of trying to be the guy are well behind me. I have no illusions of being the Max Fleur or Dustin Malicote, Mark Corns, Ryan Ralph. There's a whole slew of guys that are really talented, and mark my words, Lee Thompson. You guys will hear a lot more about Lee. He runs with us. He's not becoming a racer. He's been very fast for years. But I think working with Lee and me being able to help him and kind of put him under my wing, I think he's going to win a lot of races for us in the coming years. He's very talented. He's smooth. He's smart. And he's a great driver. If I can get him to be a little more aggressive, he's a little timid. He lets people go, and he probably could pounce. I think he's going to start winning some races. So
I've heard his name by Scotty a couple times.
Yep.
You've got a couple of them over there that are turning some heads to the last couple of days. Zippy.
Yep.
Zippy came out, and he's trying to make up for his last appearance, and I think he's doing freaking phenomenal. Came out with his. I think he said his wingless is right now running the best of all of them.
Yep.
And just tore it up.
Zippy is he's a character. So the first time I met Zippy was approximately like 2017, 2018. He came down to Mississippi, Inside Line Raceway,
Yep,
where I met him, Robinsonville, Mississippi. It's gone now, unfortunately. But he came down there, and we raced in several classes together. And I didn't know him from anybody else. But I always pay attention to who's fast, and more importantly, who's fast and clean. And
Yes.
I think we ran nose to tail in 3 different classes, changing spots over left and right, and we never made contact. And I became instantly attracted to him just for the purpose of he's going to run me hard, he's going to run me clean, he's going to make me work hard, and that really drives me to want to do better. And I went over, introduced myself, and we became friends from then. And he knew from then also that I'm going to run hard, I'm going to push him to run better, but I'm always going to be clean with him. And that was where we became friends. And eventually, when the Triple X stuff kind of went away from just me by myself, and it was me and Josh Ray at first.
Yep.
Then we got the Perrier brothers, and then Ross May eventually hit me up like, "Hey man, I bought McAllister. I want to talk to you about representing my brand." And I was like, "All right, we'll see," you know. And now me and Ross are great friends, and like I said, I don't have any sponsor affiliations with anybody, but he's a good friend, and I help him with anything I can. Zippy and Ross really have been instrumental in developing the cars we're running now.
Cool.
They go racing a lot more than anybody else in our group. So I'll talk to them. We'll have a big powwow. Hey, I think we need a car that'll do this better. So I'll go to work. I'll design some parts, and and we'll get them made. And Ross took over the lead in making sure stuff got made, because it was a little difficult for me to run my business full time.
Understand.
And run my tire prep company, my motor and battery company, and then all that, along with trying to get stuff for the team. And as the team grew, it took more effort, and so Ross took that over, and it just worked out great. So, Zippy he's just an awesome spirit to be around at the racetrack. He's just such a positive guy, and I guess the best way I can call him, he's like a hippie living like 40 years too late. Like, he's just like, yeah, man, my car's pretty good. I think I can do better. I drove decent, and he's real, like 100% real.
Yep.
There's no like misrepresentation. There's no ego. It's not about him. It's about just doing everything the best he can. And our whole group has like this like group mentality. So that's really working well. I love the guys I got, and it's been great. So, I mean, Lee's been doing real well. Ross is winning some heat races. Ross was top seed in wingless.
Yes.
Our wingless car is like, I'll just say it, it's too fast. Our speed of our cars over every other car in the field is 2 to 4 tenths per lap when we were running hard. And we close on cars so fast that they don't know what to do, and it's really hard for us to not run them over. And when someone makes a mistake, they get sideways in front of us, there's nowhere for us to go because we're going so much faster. And it's really hurt us, actually, in racing, because our cars are that much faster. In the seed round, we seeded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were really good in seeding. In practice, we were top of the charts. We're still got the fastest cars. It's just now that we're running 10 cars instead of 8 cars, 7, 8 cars like in years past, and the track's wider, but the groove's still 2 feet wide, it's really difficult to maneuver around with the car with no downforce, and especially with this different rate of speed. But we'll see how things go. I mean, we got good cars, we got good drivers. It's better just getting everybody settled down. And
I'm going to ask a silly question from me, but there's some people out there that are learning and have questions. I was listening earlier when Midwest Mods were out there, or not Midwest Mods, the wingless, and he said if I remember right, maybe it was the Midwest Mod. No, it was the wingless. You guys are running a rear motor wingless, and it sounds like there's not too many that actually are running rear.
So there has not been many rear motor sprint cars really ever built. As far as competition level race rear motor sprint cars, as far as loose dirt stuff goes, we built the first one about 4.5 years ago, and we had 2 cars out here for that Chili Bowl, me and Mike Perrier, and it was brand new when we got here. We didn't do super awesome. We were competitive, but we didn't win or anything. And the reason was we didn't have enough laps on to figure out how to drive them. And we learned that with that car, the harder you drove it, the better it went. And so for about the next 3 years, everywhere I went with that car, it was pretty much a TQ and a win. And it wasn't like by a second, it was 2 or 3 laps.
Right.
Like, the car was really good. And Ross came last year with a slightly different prototype, and he was top C. I think he TQ'd, actually, wingless. And he had some issues in the main, didn't get the win. And he said that basically last year the car was really fast. It was on edge. So this year, coming around, we knew we had a bunch of guys that were going to come this year, because last year was just Ross here. So this year we had a bunch of guys come in, and so I sat down and talked to the guys. All right, what do you want to do? What do we need to do to make the car better? And like I said, we get this powwow, we get a group chat going on, and we all talk about what we think we need, where to go. And it's a collective. Like, I'm the guy that designs the parts, and I know how to implement what they're telling me they want, but it's a group thing. We all get together, we all put input, and we all just really have a good, like a collection of ideas, and it gets put together. And also, though, this weekend we're really fast, but we still don't really have the car figured out.
Right.
So that's the scary part for everybody else, is when we get it figured out.
That is scary to hear.
So before the seed round, I had 2 practice runs on that car, and then we went. I didn't get any practice on it on Monday. There was just so many people in line and tech line and whatnot, and so there were some questions about legality of some body work on my car, and it's legal, but they made a rule based on my previous car I built. They changed some rules about body panels and stuff, and so when I built the new car, they made a rule against what I did, but they didn't specify any dimension or location of certain things. So anybody that's known me for the last 20 years, if you ask me where my hometown, it's called the gray area of the rule book. And so I'm kind of exploiting another gray area, and I'm pretty sure we'll have a new rule in the rule book about next week. But for now, we're legal. Everybody wants to
Innovation.
Well, the thing is, everyone's looking at one thing on the car.
Right.
And I hate to say it, it's almost like dirt late model racing. The one place they're all looking ain't where the secrets are at. So we could cut it off to where the if they put a dimension on it on the panel, we can cut the part off, and it's not going to change the handling at all. But people think that's what's giving us a little edge, and it has nothing to do with it. It's all visual.
It's all called innovation.
I mean, for me, I did it just because the rule was made for me, but they didn't do a good enough job adding the rule and putting dimensions on it. So,
Gotcha.
There's been about like 22, 23 different rules over the years added to the rule books that are off things I did at major races, and it's not necessarily, and like I say, it's like I never actually like cheat. It's just there is no designation for something, and if I do this or do that, it can create an advantage.
Absolutely.
Real or perceived. And there's a lot of things over the years where I do certain things to cars that it gets in people's head. It's a perceived advantage. And perception is reality for people. What you believe is real to you.
Yep.
And so if you think I got something going on now, instead of you worrying about your car, you're worried about my car.
Exactly.
And now I can worry about myself, and I'm in your head. And
you're in the head.
So like the mental aspect for me is one of my favorite things about RC racing. It's a lot of places I go, I can have a mental edge on everybody. Just because I can do one little thing and know that everybody's looking. And that also comes back to the yellow hair. You're noticing everything I'm doing because I have your attention. So you're looking at me. Meanwhile, Ross goes out and runs top seed. He's got the fastest car in the building for wingless by far. So if he just settles down and drives like I know he can, he's going to be the guy to win. But
I totally see and understand everything about that, and that's. I've been watching you for a while. We talked the last time we talked, and I told you my story and how at Robinsonville when you came over, we had that conversation, and I've watched you, and part of what I do, I try to not emulate, but use part of what I learned from you.
I get what you're saying. It's like I don't want people to be me.
Nope.
I want people to be the best them they can be, and if I can be a positive inspiration or help you do better with something, then there's nothing I like more at the racetrack than helping people. The reason I didn't run my cars on practice day is I had everybody's car in my pit area. I looked at 60, 70 cars in the first day and a half, and people asked me, and you know what? I don't regret any of it. I haven't worked on my stuff. I'm not really doing super great in my stuff, but man, I get so much out of sitting down with a guy and say, oh, this doesn't look right. If we did this a little differently, we can make your car better. And when they come back and they're like, man, it was so much better. Dude, I got goosebumps thinking about it. I love helping guys. Like, for me, that's like absolutely the best thing I can do for the sport right now is be the positive influence and be the guy that pays it forward. When I got started racing, there were some guys that really went out of their way to help me out. I mean, locally, at my local track, the first 2 years I raced, but also when I went to my first national event in 2001, there's a bunch of guys that don't race a bunch now, but they were my heroes back then. They went out of their way. They dropped what they were doing. I had a guy hand me a brand new set of $70 tires that he had just worked in perfectly so he can run them. He handed them to me and said, here, put them on your car. I'm like, I was a young broke kid, didn't have great equipment, and he hands me a set of tires and put them on my car, and it is the best thing I ever drove in my life up to that point. And it's like, it's my buddy Nick DeAngelis out in Pennsylvania. What's up, Nick? How you doing, bud? Hopefully you're having a good time and watching Chili Bowl on Live RC.
Absolutely.
But man, there's so many guys like Phil Cooper up in Pennsylvania. There's so many dudes that over the years helped me out, and I'm all for paying it forward. And I try to teach guys like there's a lot of things that aren't taught nowadays, like basically like racer etiquette and stuff like that. And there's a lot of people that put a towel over their car all the time because they think they caught on to something they don't want everybody to find out. And, man, I got no secrets. I'll show you whatever you want to see in my car. If I can help you have a better time at the track, you're going to have fun. You're going to come back.
Exactly.
And my number one thing is I like toy car racing. Do you like toy car racing?
I love it.
Then we're friends. Perfect.
I love it.
I'm here with 600 friends playing toy cars, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I know a lot of guys, it's aren't toy cars. You know what? We're not sitting in them. when I drive down the straightaway and go pot over tea kettle 16 times end over end, I don't hurt the next morning. I can fix it in a matter of minutes, and that's what it's about, you know. Toy cars with friends.
You brought it up a couple of times, and I the name of the show, RC Fun Time, has the word in it, fun.
Yep.
In the last couple of years, when I first started, it was fun, and you could see it, but it wasn't what it is now. I think more people are looking at it in a fun way. I mean, right next door to us, it says Keep RC Fun. All these other places, you're seeing fun
right.
as part of it.
That's been my social media push on my track. My slogan for my track is Make RC Fun Again.
Yep.
And like everything at my track is about having a good time. If someone's a bad apple, I'll send them packing. I don't need any drama. I don't really even want the serious guys who want to take it to the 10th degree.
Right.
I want guys to keep it fun, stay within the rules, and have a good attitude. And we don't have any issues at my track. We have a bunch of good racers, but emphasizing the fun and you got to make it where our people can like get in where they fit in. Okay. You can't have a race where there's 12 pro classes and you have nothing for the average guy.
Yep.
And at the same time, you can't have 12 classes for the average guy and expect the pro guy not to hurt feelings. So it's okay for certain classes to have specific rules, or it's okay for classes to aim at people, like certain types of people.
Yep.
Chili Bowl's good because you have an A mod and a B mod. You have street stock and you have late model. There's definitely different, I guess, skill level, or I guess serious level, how serious you want to take it. But it still is a championship race. It's the biggest race we have. So, I mean, there's varying degrees of how serious people want to take it. I'm about I think I'm a shining example of how to be serious about RC racing, but keep it fun. And that's my goal, is I want to project that. I want to show people what that's like. I want to show people it can be done. And, like, I've won Chili Bowl 4 times over the years, but I haven't won since 2011. Like, a lot of people now don't realize 2007, 2011, I was one of the top guys. And then when we started the MurfDogg brand, I stopped racing. I'd come to Chili Bowl. I'd run one class, but my job was to set up my team guys' cars and help all my customers. And it was the business. It wasn't me.
Yep. Promote your product by helping.
And so anytime one of my cars wins a race, that's me winning.
Yep.
And I take pride in that. But it doesn't have to be me. And like when I learned how to put the ego aside, and when to a certain extent we all have ego. Ego drives us all. I mean, it's in all of us, and it's not necessarily bad, but you have to kind of control it, put it in the right direction. And when I finally learned how to do that, the fun came out, and it was like, man, RC racing school. I got chills again. I get goosebumps talking about this stuff because it means so much to me. And I feel like if anybody can sit down and talk to anybody about RC car racing, and they don't feel my passion, I feel like either A, I failed in the conversation, or B, I need to do better at explaining what, how, why this is so important and why it means so much to me. And I have a track and hobby shop, Mooresville, North Carolina. We specialize in all kinds of affordable racing. We don't have any serious racing classes. We run 1RC cars, 18th scale, really scale versions of dirt cars. We race Traxxas ready to run touring cars with NAS truck bodies on it. It's indoor carpet track. Everything's spec'd out. The rules are real basic. Can't spend a bunch of money. I race $1,500, $2,000 cars year round for 20 plus years. This is my 24th year of racing, and I know all about the high-end stuff. But when someone walks into my hobby shop, they can come buy a car that's competitive for $350 or less if they have nothing RC. I'm going to turn over 3 out of 10 people that walk into a racer that's going to buy in, and then hopefully 1 out of those 3 will move up to a 10th scale car or some more serious racing. But if I have a track where everything's $1,500 to get in, I'm barely going to turn over 1 out of 20 people.
Yep.
I mean, the price point is there. So, like I said, my facility is aimed at having fun, and it's a passion project. I don't make any money there. I have a mentor of mine, Don Rice, used to work for Futaba out of Alabama. In 2001, he came to the hobby shop I worked at in Southern California, and he said, "Matt, I like you, man. You're a great kid." He says, "Let me teach you a lesson about RC." He says, "If you want to make $1 million in RC, start with 3. And 2, never, ever, ever work in this industry. And there's 2 things I didn't do. I didn't listen to either one, but I don't own a track and shop to try to make money. It's to share my passion and help grow the sport, and it breaks even. That's what that is. And as long as it breaks even, I'll keep it going as long as I can. And if it wasn't for my other businesses, then I couldn't do it. But
right.
I have a successful tire prep brand, Talent in a Bottle, and I sell a lot of motors and batteries with Triple X Power Labs. We don't sell our chassis. I mean, there's a lot of guys asking, but we probably won't ever sell our chassis. And guys always say, when are you going to start selling chassis? As soon as I find some really rich guy who wants to start a business that loses money for a tax write-off, we will do it. Until then, nope.
Understand. Caden Phillips, I don't know if you've seen him. He's going to be my new co-host, a young man.
I've heard the name. So
he's already making a name for himself. He went to King of the Streets and went quite a few rounds.
Awesome.
He has he understands the concept of the hair and that. He's got a cowboy hat. He's the
Perfect.
kid cowboy.
100%.
And he has a stare down. And he's well known for his cowboy hat and his stare down.
Awesome. You know what? Anything you can do to be an individual and separate yourself from everybody else. So you basically brand yourself, and people that knew who I was and knew me as a pro racer 12, 13 years ago, I mean, to a certain extent, there was an intimidation factor based off my results and who I was and what I did. But more so, I was always known for being the outspoken guy. When I think something, the filter between here doesn't exist, and so I'd always call a spade, but over the years, I've learned to pick the right time to use that. And for me, if I didn't like something or something happened, it wasn't fair, even if it's not about me, if it's not somebody else, I would speak up. And right, wrong, or indifferent, people got an opinion about me that don't even really know me. And so over the years, I've always been kind of controversial. I would say 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it would be 50-50. 50% love me because of what I stand for. 50% like, man, that guy has a mouthpiece. He's just out of control. I've obviously matured. In general, I look out more for the positive things we can do for the sport instead of me. And like I said, I'm over trying to be the guy. That drag racing stuff looks unique. I just can't quite get into it. My buddy Max Fleur works for Custom Marks. He's one of the top dirt oval racers. He started working on the drag car for Custom Marks, and he's like, hey, man, let's build a car and we'll go out and race with me. And half of that is he wants me to race with him. Half of it is he knows I'm really good with speed controls and motors and batteries. And so half it's going to help him, half it's going to help and get a racing buddy with him.
Yeah.
But I just don't feel it.
He's going to Florida in a couple weeks.
I know he is. I just don't feel it, man. I don't have that desire. And honestly, the hardest thing for me about the drag racing thing is I see I got added to a bunch of groups on Facebook about this stuff. And the part that kills me is there's apparently a tire called a voodoo tire that if you got it, it's like the magic bullet. It's got more grip than anything out there, and it runs big numbers.
It's the unicorn.
But nobody has it, and the guys that do have it, I saw a guy who spent like $380 on a pair of tires. Like, you know what, man? I'm not here to race wallets. I want to race cars. And so, I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the rules and the arguments. And one of the things about drag racing that's really been a turnoff is how social media handles it. Newbie asks a question, and people jump down their throat. And like the whole, oh, here we go. Someone says, I thought no prep meant no prep. Then they think it means no tire prep. And then everybody jumps down that guy's throat about, oh, man, it means no prep in the track. And then they're like, man, you're stupid, blah, blah. I was like, hey, man, slow it down. The guy's asking the question.
Yep.
If people would be positive and keep that crap off of social media, the demeaning attitude, I probably would have a drag car or 6 on my table at home, but it's just hard for me to get past just the egos and me, that whole attitude. And then, I don't know. It's just really hard to justify the effort when guys are just so negative, you know?
Real quick, Caden says, I love the hobby with gentlemen like Matt. And then he follows up with, thank you, Matt, for all you do for the sport.
You're welcome, man. I gotta see that cowboy hat. Oh, I hope I never have to get the stare down before a race, because that might be intimidating.
He is very intimidating for his age.
So how old is he?
You're 10 or 12. I can't remember, sir.
All right, so
Caden, you gotta
if a
step in there.
10-year-old has a cowboy hat, first of all, now I'm thinking of that kid that has a country song. What is it? She likes the way what was it? I don't remember. I don't know. There's a little kid that has a cowboy hat. He dancing around, but she likes my twang. She likes me for my twang or something.
Yes.
Like that. I love that song. I love that kid. His career's gonna be over when his voice changes, but I mean, for now, he's killing it. That makes me think of that kid. He's got his cowboy
11.
hat, and he's 11 years old. So if I see an 11-year-old, and especially if he's like 4'6" and he looks at me and gives me that stare, I'm gonna be like, man, what is going on here? So. Fortunately, I'm typically pretty good. I'm cool under pressure. Some people think I got ice water in my veins. About 8 years ago, I was at a big race and I got the shakes for the first time in my career.
No, this is what you have in your veins.
Yeah, Monster. Yeah, I drink a lot of Monster, guys. I love some Monster. Monster Energy. If you're out there, man, send me a pallet. I need some help. Anyways, I go through a lot of Monster. I shipped a couple cases down here, so I had plenty. I got a fridge under my pit area. I got a little freezer over there. I love my Monster after about 30 minutes in the freezer. It gets a little chill and a little icy.
Ooh.
That's my little secret. Any flavor that I like, that's what I do. This thing was in the freezer before I came over here, but yeah. But anyways, I'm pretty cool under pressure. I got the shakes for the first time at a race in 2013. What used to be the biggest race was the U.S. Open Wheel Champs, and I TQ'd Mod EDM, which is like the fastest class there is, and I sat down there, getting ready for the main event, and I'm sitting on my bench, and I have a little like stackable shelf, and my car is sitting there, and I have like 3 balls of moonshine on a shelf just above it, and I'm sitting there, and it hit me. Well, that's my chassis, that's the body I designed, that's the motor I designed, that's my battery, like that whole package is stuff I designed. And I got in my own head about it. Like, how cool would it be to win the biggest race of the year with all of my own stuff? Like, that's really neat. Like, some guys design a car, some guys design a body. I did all of it. And it was like, and that was a point where I was working with a lot of different companies. And that really meant a lot to me to have that possibility. And for the first time in my life, I got the driver's stand for warm-ups. And I'm driving warm-ups. And everybody down below, my guys are trying to pit for me. They're like, it looks really twitchy. And I'm like, it's not the car, it's me. Like, never in my life did I get the shakes. And once I got in my own head, I was shaking. And then it pretty much took me almost a year to get out of that whole, like, get nervous thing. And then the next year, later that year, I was at the Mark Korn's Spec Tires Showdown at Go Fast Raceway. And I TQ'd late model there, and every round, I'm on the driver's stand, and I'm talking to myself, and it's just like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And I spent months at the racetrack talking to myself the entire race, being positive, reaffirmation. I don't know, whatever the word I'm looking for.
Reaffirmation.
Yeah. So telling myself I can do it, and I finally believed it again once I won a couple races and I proved it, and then. Nowadays, it's just like, okay, toy car racing.
Let's go.
I get plenty of wheel time at home. Good luck, sir. I get plenty of wheel time at home. I have my own track, and I tell guys at home, you know when I'm serious if I'm racing with my glasses on, and I never have my glasses on at work, at the shop. Like when I race at the shop, I never. Yep. So you'll know when I'm really trying. I put my glasses on. I don't see very well, and so that's like the decider of how hard I'm trying. And when the glasses go on, it means I care. But yeah, so it's pretty fun when someone has the ice water in their veins. You go up against them, and you could run good hard racing, and it's clean. And so, I'm gonna give a shout out right now, Justin Dremeyer. He's my boy. We've battled so many times over the years, and we run so hard and so clean. There's so much respect between the two of us about knowing that we can go in side by side. No one's getting wrecked. And so, JD, thanks for always running clean, man. I appreciate the camaraderie and the friendship, man.
Awesome. Couple of things real quick. John, absolutely, you need to check this out. This is always one of my favorite interviews out here. You you learn so much about Matt when he comes out and his passion. Caden says, thank you for your kind words.
No problem, man. I hope I meet you someday. Sounds like I don't want to meet you at the drag strip at the start line. So
I am going to try at some point within the next couple of years, as long as he continues to be the co-host, to try to get him out here.
Awesome.
Great young man. He does want to ask one thing, and I think I asked you this the first time I had you on. What is your favorite race food?
Race food. So it depends on where you're going with that question. Like if we're talking like at a racetrack at a concession stand, or if I'm at a race trying to eat something at the track. I mean, there's a lot of different ways. So
exactly.
I'm going to take that several different ways. Best food I've ever had at a racetrack, or my favorite. I'm from Los Angeles originally. My local asphalt short track is Irwindale Speedway, and they have a Southern California kind of fast food Mexican place called King Taco. And King Taco has like, it's very good flavor, good tasting fast food Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking Taco Bell. That's like
No.
mass-produced fake food. We're talking legit Mexican food. And at Irwindale Speedway, at that racetrack, they had I get a steak burrito, and it'd be beef. I'm not big for veggies. Veggies is what my food eats. So I'd get beef, I'd get cheese, and their little hot sauce, the green hot sauce they have there. And that'd be my favorite. Like they put some nacho cheese too. That was like my favorite.
Let me guess one of your favorite foods.
Okay.
Not necessarily at the track, but I know I've heard you talk many times when you go to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
You go for the barbecue.
So I'm a barbecue connoisseur. A lot of guys that follow my social media page, every time I go on a road trip, I seek out what people review as the best barbecue in the area. I was never a barbecue guy until I moved to the East Coast. I mean, well, in Southern California, we don't have a lot of barbecue options. And you end up with the place that's like the local spot.
Mm-hmm.
And we had like one that I even remember that like even a barbecue restaurant in the area. That was like Woodland Hills or something. It was good, but it wasn't like, I wasn't exposed to it. Like when I was young, there like for me when I was a kid, barbecuing meant you put like chicken thighs on the like barbecue, some Kingsford charcoal.
Yep.
We had a little Weber like round top thing.
Yep.
That was what barbecuing was like. And then barbecue came to mean people having a backyard party. We have a barbecue, and they'd put some burgers and hot dogs on the grill. And to me, that's what most people mean by barbecue. But for me now, barbecue has a whole different meaning, like smoked meats, man. I moved
Brisket.
east, and I started going to barbecue joints. And North Carolina is kind of funky because people call pulled pork. They call it barbecue.
Right.
I don't call it barbecue. I call it pulled pork. Like
right.
There's pulled chicken. That's not barbecue. It's pulled chicken.
Chicken jerk.
Everything you have is what it is. But in North Carolina, I'm not a fan of most North Carolina barbecue. It's typically like a vinegar-based sauce sitting on pulled pork in a crock pot, and I call it crock pot barbecue. I'm very picky. But there's this barbecue joint in Wickliffe, Kentucky. It's called Hillbilly Barbecue. And when I go to West Plains, Missouri, I drive through Kentucky. I go through Tennessee into Kentucky, and it's like right on the border of the Ohio and the Mississippi River. So I cross over the river there and I'm in Illinois for like 32 seconds before I cross back into Missouri or whatever it is. And right before you get across the bridge in Wickliffe, Kentucky, there's this little place called Hillbilly Barbecue, and they're known for their brisket. Apparently, that's all their things say. They're known for their brisket. So I drove by there like 7 times thinking I got to get there sometime when they're actually open. So I started like trying to plan my race, my weekend when I left to get there while they're open. So I finally line it up, make it work, and I go and walk up. They're like, we're out of brisket. I'm like, oh, my goodness, I cannot win with this place. So I'm like, all right, give me a half pound of pulled pork and a half pound of the smoked turkey. That's what they had left, literally. I'm like, all right, by far, that is the best pulled pork I've ever had in my life. They're known for brisket.
Right.
But pulled pork is the best pulled pork I've ever had in my life. And it's, for me, like, and barbecue connoisseur, it's about the spice rub, okay?
Yep.
How that flavor infuses in. It's about what you're using to create the smoke, like cherry wood,
Yep.
walnut, pecan, whatever you're using, hickory, whatever you're using to create the smoke flavor, that's important. The smoke ring, the presentation. I mean, if it comes slopped up in barbecue sauce, man, I'm just going to sit there and be like, nah, okay, it's all right, you know. But when it's presented well and you can see like legit quarter-inch of smoke ring around it, and it's moist, and it's got that deep flavor. You got the smoke flavor. You got the spice rub in there, and you got a little chunk that's a little black from getting smoked. Like, oh man, that's great. This place had a really great seasoning. They only have one sauce. Like some people say, oh, I'm a barbecue guy, but barbecue shouldn't have sauce. I disagree. I'm a sauce guy, but I want to taste your barbecue without sauce and see how great the quality is by itself. Then I want to taste your sauces and see how I like your sauces. And then I want to taste it all together. And if you have a great barbecue and you have great sauce and you mix it together, there is nothing better than having all those flavors in your mouth at one time. So, but long story short, I'm a brisket guy. I love me some brisket. A lot of guys are all about the lean. Give me some fatty brisket, man.
Yep.
The fat when it gets just right
melts in your mouth.
Oh man, yeah. And also, burnt ends. I love me some burnt ends.
I was just going to ask you about that.
I've actually only had pork belly burnt ends a few times. It's not necessarily my favorite. I like my beef burnt ends, but some places do it great. If you're ever in North Carolina, anywhere near where I'm at, I'm in Mooresville, North Carolina. There's a place we have in Salisbury, North Carolina called the Smoke Pit, and they are by far the best barbecue joint near me. I've tried almost everything. There's one that's like 2.5 hours from me that everybody raves about. And I was very disappointed when I went. Everything was cold and not well presented. So maybe I'll go back again and try that. But Smoke Pit, if you come to my place, I will take you out for some grade A barbecue. Me and my girlfriend go there at least once every 2 weeks. You know, it's a 35-minute drive from my house, and it's well worth it. We love it. It's a good time. So I've been all over the place. Kansas City, I like Slaps Barbecue. So this is kind of a bummer for me, but it's like, so my buddy Clint Seitz, he's from Kansas City, Kansas. He passed away a couple months ago. He's the one that introduced me to Slaps, and they have some really good burnt ends and brisket there. It's just a great little place. Man, I haven't even thought about the fact that every time I go there, I'm going to think about my buddy that passed away. But it's been a rough year, man. We lost so many good people all over the country, and I mean, my buddy Russ Lebo right now up in Pennsylvania, he's been fighting for his life. I'm thinking about him right now, too. I mean, it's a tough time, but Kansas City, I've been to a lot of different barbecue joints, and there's been good stuff a lot of places, but there hasn't been the one that was, like, the greatest. And, I mean, there's Arthur Bryant's. There's, what is it? There's Joe's. There's so many different ones. Like, there's so many different options. There's been a lot of good, but not a lot of great. But it's like all over the country. There's a little bit of something. If you guys are ever in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, there's a place. What's that place called? Smokin' D's Barbecue. And there's one like in town. There's one kind of out of town. And the one out of town is literally like a little shack, and they sell you food inside. And there's cut tree stumps to sit on, and by far the best brisket in the country. Like, they literally just, dude grabs it with gloves out of a thing, plops it on a thing, folds it up in some paper. Here's your pound of brisket, here's your pound of brisket. Moist, great smoke ring, great flavor. It's awesome. Like,
cool.
I guess you can tell I'm passionate about RC cars and barbecue, because that's all my face lights up. But yeah, if you guys are looking for specific stuff in a certain area and I've been there, I will give you a recommendation. But just like RC cars, if I don't know, I ain't gonna pretend to. I'll tell you the truth. So
a couple things. John Baxter says, this guy and that hair.
what's up, brother? How you doing, John?
Bo Dunn says, good luck, guys. Caden is very familiar with Irwindale.
Awesome.
He originally was from out there. He's now down in the Arizona area.
Gotcha.
He is going to Irwindale February 22nd.
Awesome. My dad still lives out in L.A. My dad's there every time they race at Irwindale. He works on some late models, and I think they're running some limited late model stuff, whatever they're running out there too. So my dad's out there. Like, if Irwindale's racing, my dad is there. So I used to work on some cars out there. I refuse to go work on cars anymore unless I'm driving it. Too many hours, too many years of putting hours into. Don't want to do it no more.
Matt, I've taken up 40-some minutes of your time already.
That's because I never shut up.
I appreciate it. You're welcome back anytime. Something I wouldn't mind seeing if you could do it. Having a couple of your guys come over at the same time. We just got done doing probably one of the most amazing shows. All 4 mics were taken up, and it was just an amazing show. Just the talking of the past, and not only me asking questions, each other asking questions, finding out stuff, and then everybody coming in and asking questions as well.
I don't have my phone on me. Oh man, I was going to
you without your phone?
Yeah, I haven't really been on it the whole time. Like it's been sitting on my table all week. No, because I was trying to do Facebook Live stuff. I'm getting ready to start a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And I was trying to start doing content through a GoPro, and I got all this speaker stuff to start doing that. But I can't get enough signal in the building here to actually stream without it buffering like crazy. I'm not that technically savvy, but Delaney over there from the No Limits group,
right.
She was helping me out with her hotspot because I couldn't get nothing to work.
I was going to say, if I'm not on, I got a 5G hotspot you
Hers
can
is
use.
too. I just been struggling with it. It might be user error. I suck at this stuff, but I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get. I got plenty of social media followers that I want to give content to, and it's hard when you go on my various. I have like 5 Facebook pages for all my different companies and stuff. It's hard to go search out for a live video where I did a tech article or something on something, or a video on stuff. And when there's 1,000 videos, I know kind of roughly what date that was, but when you have to scroll through so many trying to find it, it's a pain in the butt. So if I made a YouTube channel and updated fresh videos, you can just search and then boom, there it is.
Right there. Yep. Very
so
true.
That's where I'm at. That's where I need to be. And like some people, everyone keeps, you can make money. I don't care about making money on YouTube. That's not the intent. The intent's to put out the information. That's why I wrote the tuning guide I have. And
yes.
It's all so that, like, a buddy of mine passed away years ago, and when he passed away, no one knew he was sick, and even his family had no idea. And he didn't. I thought, like, man, what's he leaving behind? And like, I didn't want to die. Like, we could just die tomorrow. I could be in a car accident, and my buddy Crazy Dave over here, he was in a gnarly car accident on the way over here.
He is so lucky.
Yeah. So he's like, man, I should be dead. I'm like, well, I'm glad you're not. That's all I could tell him. What do you tell the guy? So like, for me, like I thought to myself, well, if I pass away tomorrow, well, first of all, people to know, I lived a great life. I live my life to the fullest every day. I love life. I love my family, my friends, everybody. If you're in my life, you know I care about you, and it's my job every day to let you guys know that I show you guys how much you mean to me. But if I were to pass away, what am I leaving behind? Like, okay, I won some RC car races. Who cares? Like, I've got. When the time I wrote it, I had 14 years of RC knowledge. Now it's 21 or 24 years of RC knowledge in my head that I don't write things down. I don't keep notes. It's just logs in my head. I can't explain how or why, but I store things in my brain. And like I've learned over the years, and if I don't write this stuff down, it's not going to help anybody if I die. And for those of you out there that follow me, many of you probably already do send me messages for help, and that's great. I don't turn down anybody. I help anybody I can. My girlfriend gets tired of it sometimes, but she knows that that's also how I market my brands. People respect that I help them, and they purchase my products. And if my name's on it, they know there's quality behind it too. But, I mean, that's what really works for me is helping people, and that's my satisfaction in life is helping people. And so that's what it's all about, and that's my tuning guide. I wrote it so that if I pass away, that's my legacy. Like,
yep.
And I can't explain to you like how good it feels. Every track I go to anywhere in the country, there's at least 3 dudes now every time I go there that says, hey man, thanks for writing that. You really helped me out.
There's a copy of it in my trailer.
Awesome. And even my crew over here, they've all got a copy on their phone. You know what I mean? Yep. Like they can turn around and ask me a question, but if I'm not with them, they have a copy right there. And it's like it means a lot to me that I was able to help so many people. And if you've been helped by it, guys, man, I goosebumps again. I love this stuff. It's all about that.
If there's anybody out there that's listening that doesn't know what we're talking about, let them know where they can, what it is and where they can find it.
So if you just Google search MurfDogg 101, MurfDogg, that's how guys spell it at the get-go. Hey, guys, how you doing?
Love this.
They've been walking around everywhere, and they're just always smiling and laughing. So anyways, MurfDogg 101, it's my chassis tuning guide for RC dirt oval racing. It goes over a lot of basic stuff. There's like 20-something pages. I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while, but it's kind of incomplete based on I decided not to write any more than I did. There's like 9 chapters, and I tell everybody, learn the first 6, and then if you really want to start messing with yourself, try to mess with the 7, 8, and 9. If you focus on the first 6, you'll get your car way better almost anywhere you run, and then you don't have to get too technical. People don't need to know about roll center. It's way advanced, and I don't mess with roll center as much as a lot of other people, and keep it simple. But man, all the basic stuff's in there. I did my best. I went to college to be a writer, so I did my best to write it in a way that was English and not just super big words and technical. That's often the hardest parts when an engineer writes something.
Yep.
It's like, oh, look at technical term after technical term, and it's like you're playing Scrabble, like 14-letter word. That's 76 points. Like the opposite is best when you're writing the man something you want to share with people. So I wanted the lowest Scrabble score possible when I wrote my tuning guide. So if you search MurfDogg 101, there's a couple of people out there who have created pages for sharing RC information like that have them up there. It's also on the MurfDogg website. Joe Nolasco bought MurfDogg. He kind of hasn't been doing nothing with it lately. I don't know how much longer that website's going to exist. It's on the website there. I don't know if he's going to keep it going or what's going on with that. I haven't talked to him in a couple years. But worst case, if you guys can't find it, get in touch with me on social media. I have like the original file, like an email somewhere. I can send it to you guys, or I can find you a link. So if you're looking for it, let me know. I'll gladly share it with you. But it's out there for you guys. It's free. A lot of people said you should sell it to people. Sell $20 a copy. You'll make some money. Like that doesn't do me any favors because I want everybody to have it for free. I want you to have more time to enjoy your sport and have a good time. So Scott
Awesome.
Butts in the house. So.
John Baxter says, SoCal, what about some carne asada fries?
So, first of all, carne asada shouldn't be on fries. Carne asada belongs on corn tortillas. If you guys ever have a taco and it's on a flour tortilla, you're an abomination. So, 2 corn tortillas, your carne asada, onions and cilantro. Definitely put some hot sauce on there. I'm more of a green sauce guy than the red sauce. Green sauce tends to have like tomatillo and avocado base to it, and it's got more flavor. The flavor to heat ratio is better usually. I don't mind hot as long as it got flavor, but when it's hot and it just burns your tongue, you're like,
no.
It's no good for me.
Nope.
But so yeah, definitely carne asada on fries. It can be good, but I mean, French fries, man, that's like the last thing you should ever put stuff like that on. If you want to put some carne asada on some nachos, like, all right, we're talking, but yeah. Any other questions? We good?
Yeah.
So.
We're good. Thank you so much for what you do. It's always a pleasure to listen to you. You haven't done it. There for a while, you guys were doing quite a few lives, and you said now you're going to do your YouTube. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we did a whole lot of lives during the whole quarantine period. Like there was a period of time. My hobby shop was supposed to open March 21st, and they shut down North Carolina on March 14th, and much of the rest of the country.
Yep.
So the first 9 months of the coronavirus, I was at my shop every day with 2 or 3 buddies, and we're playing with toy cars by ourselves because everybody's on lockdown. And it's like, man, this is boring. Let's see what we can do. We did some videos trying to give data and share stuff with guys and have a good time. And now everybody's kind of sick of COVID, and it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not trying to get political and go on that tangent, but it's kind of just everyone's over it, and we're all back to kind of what I guess new normal or whatever you want to call it. And I want to do some more videos for guys, and once I get the YouTube stuff up and rolling, we're going to do a lot of 1RC content. We're going to do a lot of just basic 10th scale stuff, basic RC stuff. I've got some stuff I can't really post on any social media because, my guys at my shop, I've actually done some gnarly stuff. We've purposely like punctured and beat the crap out of lipos to show people lipo fires in the parking lot to teach people the danger
Right.
of lipo. Because I've had some guys that just never put stuff in storage.
Right.
They'll run it down to dead and pull out of their car and leave it in their bag for a week or 2 weeks. And it's like, bro, you can't be doing that. So to teach people the value of treating lipos properly, we've torched quite a few. And it's a violent, dangerous. I got some videos in my phone of it, and it's like the problem is, like, someone always says somebody's name. If I can keep it like totally
Right.
no names, no pictures, I try not to video faces. If I can make it where it's completely anonymous, then I could post something like that. But it's everyone always says the name. Oh man, did you see that? The name always comes out. So I guess I could bleep it out. But stuff like that is so important. And lipos, if you treat them as raw fuel, you'll never have an issue. But if you disrespect them, it happens. And I have some friends that
it's
lost.
happened here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had
Twice.
I've had some
that I
friends.
know of.
I've had some friends that lost garages and houses, complete houses over fires, and it's like, guys, treat them as raw fuel. You'd be good to go. That's also another thing that's kind of scary about drag racing. A lot of guys running inferior stuff that's not quality made, and they burn stuff to the ground, and it's dangerous. And a lot of guys and people aren't trained. Like, I have an indoor facility. We have four 5-gallon buckets filled with 50 pounds of sand apiece. The best way to snuff out a lipo fire is take away the oxygen. So if you got a battery on fire, pour buckets of sand on it. It takes all the oxygen away. It contains it. We also have multiple fire extinguishers that are rated to put out a lipo fire. And all kinds of. So I mean, safety 101. Like, that's number one. I try to tell my guys, if you're having a lipo issue, get away from it. I'm the idiot that's going to run towards it and fix it, but everybody else get away. And that's usually that. Since lipos became a thing, like 07, really. I've been that one idiot running towards lipo fires to put them out. And you're a fireman, right? So, I mean, I just, that's my thing is I know what to do, and so I don't want anybody else getting hurt from it. So I'm running to the fire, and everyone else run away.
What was it, about 4 years ago? I think it was. I was standing over. Ross had his trailer over there, and one of the guys in 5.7 had lipo fire, and as soon as I heard that pop, I knew exactly what was going on. Come running over.
Right.
There was a fire extinguisher over there somewhere.
Right.
I had always made sure I tried to visualize where it was, and then last year, one of the Team Trinity guys had one pop.
Yep, I saw a video of that one.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't understand why guys that run modified are over here playing with batteries trying to get voltage up. I mean, if you ain't got enough horsepower, drop a wind or put some boost in the speedo. But people like to play with batteries. And if we were running high bite stuff where the traction's real high, I understand. High bite 17.5, I understand guys playing with batteries, but there's no need for it out here.
Stephen Desbeans? MurfDogg, very popular in Quebec.
What?
There you go.
I've never even been to Canada.
You're very popular up there.
Canada, eh?
Hey.
I have some friends up in that way. But yeah, I've never been up there. The closest I got went to Niagara Falls. Me and ex-girlfriend a long time ago, like 2000, probably spring 2006. Yeah, that would have been 2005. Spring 2005, I went up to the WDRA Summer Nationals at Fountain Raceway, and that was in Ontario, New York. And part of that trip, I told my girlfriend we go to Niagara Falls. I talked her into going on vacation to Niagara Falls. Also, I brought my RC stuff. And so, I mean, so most of my relationships have ended because the girls ask, when am I going to become number one? The RC car is always number one. And I would just tell them, you're both number one.
Both number one. All right, Matt, I've kept you long enough.
You're
good. We've got through all the questions. I can't thank you enough. Again,
you're welcome, man.
Like it was said earlier, thank you for what you do for this sport. Thank you for doing the content that you do that teaches all of us.
It's as rewarding to be the guy that does it as it is for me. It's rewarding for me as it is for someone that gets benefit from it, and it's awesome. Like it's kind of weird. Like every time I come to a race like a Chili Bowl, and I've signed like 30 autographs here. It's really weird.
You're
like,
gonna get one more here real quick.
All right. I mean, I enjoy it, and at the same time, man, for me, shaking your hand and making eye contact and talking about life and asking how the family is, that's what does it for me. But I mean, I understand the guy that I have a name and people respect, and it means a lot. But it's also really weird signing autographs for toy car racing. But
got spectators coming over from the big car show.
Absolutely. And this is time. They're starting to file in.
Yep.
So
seen quite a few of them.
Yep, it's a good time. My buddy, let me get a shout out. He's probably not watching us right now, but my buddy Dylan Silverman, he's running tonight at Chili Bowl. He's driving the Rams Racing. I think he's in the 4T tonight. I wish I was going to be able to get over there, but they decided to run some short course races this morning and absolutely killed my ability to go next door. But it is what it is. I wanted to go watch my buddy Dylan race. Dylan races 1RC at my track at home.
Cool.
And he actually houses in his garage the car that Nick Hoffman runs. Nick Hoffman made the A-Main the other night. Modified Ace Nick Hoffman. He's running really good in midgets. And he builds and maintains the cars there. And his dad, Ray, they both race at my racetrack. So any of my guys back home, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys see live RC, all the race results.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do the best I can for you guys. I've won this race 4 times, but there was never a driller when I was winning. So we didn't have drillers. So I've never won a driller. So I'd love to. But end of the day, guys, I'm here playing toy cars with my friends, having a blast. If you guys ever want to see a bunch of guys hanging out, having a good time, come and sit in our pit area for about 10 minutes. You'll be like, wow, these guys are crazy. So do my best, play fair with everybody else, and have fun. And however it ends up. But my girlfriend flies in tonight. So I miss her. I haven't seen her all.
I know I'm missing my girlfriend too.
Ain't seen her since I flew in here Sunday. So she took me to the airport Sunday.
Oh.
So she'll be here tonight. We got to figure out who's going to pick her up because I don't have transportation. We're staying at my buddy Jeremy Person's house, and I'm just kind of riding around with everybody else. They're like, "You need a rental car? We got plenty of cars." And so we'll see who ends up driving to pick her up. But looking forward to getting her in town, and you guys will all meet her tomorrow if you haven't. She was here a couple years ago. Last time I was here, but. Excited for that. So I appreciate you inviting me on. Like I told you, anytime you got a dead spot, you want someone to come talk, I can always talk for an hour.
Right. I'd like to try to get a couple guys over here because this last time we did it, it was amazing.
All right. Well, you want me to bring 3 dudes? Me and
Zippy,
2 others?
see if you can get Zippy and Josh.
Josh.
They both have told me they were going to come over.
All right, I'll bring him next time. Josh is kind of on the shy side, so
he told me he would.
That's good. I'll get him out of his shell. So I'll bring Zippy and Josh next time. When do you want them? Today, or do you want to go later tomorrow?
Whatever would work best for you. I don't want to
I'm
interrupt.
I'm gonna make them. I'll be like,
that's
you
fine.
are coming now.
I appreciate that, but whenever is good for you.
All right.
I have one race tomorrow. I'm in race 25. Other than that, I'm going to be doing this all day, all night.
Sounds good. I think, let's see, Josh, Zippy's probably got late model to go, and mod sprint. I just got mod sprint. Josh has here in Midwest, so yeah, Josh has one more to go. Let me see what I can do.
No problem.
But maybe later today we'll make it happen. So I'll get in touch with you.
Sounds good, man. Go enjoy yourself, gentlemen. Absolutely.
Absolutely. If you've ever been to RC Chili Bowl, it's a good time. Like anything, it's a big social event, and you see all your buddies. To me, this is a RC family reunion.
Yes.
All my friends are here, and there's also a toy car race breaking out.
Amen.
Like this guy walking up right here, Tyler Keel. He's got guns, first of all, so you don't want to mess with him. He's always working out. Look at
he was just kind of making.
He's always posting videos from the gym and like, look how strong I am. Yep.
He's gonna come. He's gonna come over later too.
Yep, he's a good dude. I've known him for since 2003 or so. We never met until like 3 years ago, but we talked online. He's helped him online with some motor tuning stuff way back in the day when he was just a kid, And he's gotten fast and become a name. So he's one of the fastest guys in Oklahoma at dirt oval racing now. So he's also a great off-road racer. Runs for Team Associated. So he runs Velocity sprint cars, I believe, and he's a good dude. So
awesome. All right, everybody. Peace. God bless.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll see you again soon.
Yep.